I would wear these glasses for you guys so I can actually see you, but this reflection thing is not working for me. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see from the title, today I'm gonna be showing you guys the basics of the Fenty Face as Rihanna taught us in her page. If you go to her site fentybeauty.com, you can see the steps there. So I basically I'm creating a look that is following the basic steps from her page and what she wanted this collection to really kind of peek through, as I would say. So her main focus is basically the base, your face, your complexion, as we can see from all the products that she was using. She launched like one lip product, and this was so surprising to me because, you know, knowing her, she has always been known for her bomb lipstick that she always wears in the red carpet. So this was a surprising part to me, but I am also in love with the fact that she started at the core of what makeup and found the basics of the makeup and started from there rather than going too elaborate and like something that's not very inclusive. So I really love that she did this, and this is just my take on the look, following the steps that she shared to us. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what your thoughts are, and if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep on watching, and don't forget to subscribe. The button is right down below this video, and the big red button, so we get to hang out every weekend. So the first step to Rihanna's Fenty Face is basically just having a wonderful base, having your skin feeling and looking like it is healthy. So we usually recommend at our store for our clients to really use a water-based moisturizer, whether you're oily or you're dry, since it does have a matte finish. If you are on the drier side like me and you really want to have like a flawless finish with this foundation, you really want to use a moisturizer. I'm gonna be using one of my favorites, Lotus Youth Preserve from Fresh. I'm almost done. You guys know I love this one for my favorites, so I'm just gonna put that all over. And then once that dries up, I'm basically gonna go ahead and start with the Fenty Face. I actually bought the primer knowing that I was gonna get the foundation for work as gratis. I went ahead and invested on the primer, even though I have like a bajillion primers. I felt like this one reminded me so much of the Hangover RX. It plumps up the skin, but for some reason, I don't know what they have in here, because I was looking at the ingredients, it pretty much looks kind of similar to the ones that we have. It has dimethicone, but it doesn't feel very silicone-y. So it reminds me of the Hangover RX from Too Faced, and it smells really good as well, but it just gives you a nice matte finish, and I've never had that experience. I usually can't really do matte primers or matte anything. So this is the Fresh Face. I'm gonna go ahead and try the primer all over. It feels like a regular moisturizer, a moisturizer that's quite emollient. That's how it feels like to me. So what I like to do with this one is you have to work in really small areas because it dries down quick. When I've seen people like dot it all over their face and try to blend it, that's just a little odd. So I actually dot it on half of my face, and then I blend that right away with this. They don't want you to use your beauty blender, and I've actually seen somebody use, if you watch Naima Tang's video, she used a beauty blender and it literally got sucked up into the beauty blender because it dries down so quick. So with this, I like to apply it as how I would apply with beauty blender. I literally just tap it. You see, this one looks so orange. Oh my god, it's making it look kind of gray. But this is what I got for my gratis, so I might as well just live with it. What do you guys think of the shade? I don't like it. Like I like my foundations to be usually spot on or to just be like a tad bit yellower. So I'm not feeling this, but coverage is feeling good. I don't feel like I have foundation on. I'm gonna put it here. And I'm actually binge filming today. So I'm gonna be wearing this foundation throughout. And we can see it. This is what it looks like, first layer. It looks a tad bit orange for me, but it's not as bad as I was sizing it to be. It's not as bad. It's just that when something has a little bit of a pink undertone, it just becomes gray on me because I am very warm and yellow. So what do you guys think? This is first layer. It is, I don't feel like I have foundation on, basically. So let me go ahead and add another layer and see how it looks like. So when I apply this to clients, they really love how I could layer it and it still doesn't feel like I have any foundation on. That's what they usually tell me. And I love that because that means I could have the flexibility to have a full coverage foundation or more of like a sheer finish foundation. But to me, this foundation in general is just sheer. I think that's why a lot, of course it's broken the internet and it's been doing great, but there are clients that are so used to like full glam and full coverage all the time and they don't like this foundation. I've had like maybe 1 or 2 people that didn't really like it because they're like, I just like the feeling of makeup. And I'm like, I don't think anybody really wants to feel foundation once it's in their face. But I was like, you do you, boo. Whatever makes you feel good. It's oxidizing kind of gray on me and I'm not liking it at all. But I'm gonna have to live with it because this is what I got for gratis. For the last step, before we end the first step, wow, does that even make sense? But basically, before we finish the first step, we are still gonna finish the face. So I'm using the MatchStix Trio. I'm gonna be using the shades from the medium. So it comes with a concealer, contour, and a highlight supposedly. And this is actually a little too light, but we're gonna work on it. So I'm gonna use the shade Bamboo to conceal. They actually want you to contour first, so let me go ahead and do that. I'm just all over the place, basically. So for the contour, I know it is the Mocha one. So it's right over here. And they want you to warm it up on your hand palette, so you can do it in here, which is gonna be a lot warmer. And this way, you actually just could apply this with your finger rather than using a brush. But you can use a synthetic brush, totally up to you. I like to warm it up in here, like this. Use my index finger and then put it where I would normally contour. Now on the other side, I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like, if I actually go on just straight to my face rather than warming up the product. That's why this MatchStix Trio, it's like for people who really do their makeup in the car per se, or the people that don't really like contour, this is like a good introduction to them. This is how I feel like it's just like a product for on-the-go girls. Now, do I love it? I'm not so sure about it because even though it's still very easy for me to use, I still just end up using a powder bronzer compared to this contour. But what do you guys think? So that's that side. Now let's move on to the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and just use the stick straight to my face, starting like that, and then blending it. Or maybe we just woke up from his nap. I did this contour way too up, so we're just gonna make it seem like it's a bronzer. That's that. So honestly, there really isn't much difference. I feel like this actually came out cleaner because I'm going straight to my face. I'm gonna try the contour with it on my forehead as well. A little bit on the nose. I don't do nose contours, as you guys can see, so it's gonna be interesting. Oh my god. So before this all dries up, let me go ahead and try to blend this as soon as I can. Again, just using my finger for this. It's not making my foundation underneath run, so that's a good thing. That's how you know the Fenty's foundation really sets into almost like this matte powder, so it's okay for you not to set before you use a cream stick. So that's the contour. Now let's go ahead and conceal. What do you guys think? I like it. Well, I can't really see because I don't have glasses on, but what do you guys think? I'll see when I finish everything and I put on my glasses, and hopefully I don't look like, what the heck did she do with her face? So now I'm gonna use the shade Bamboo underneath my eyes to conceal. The same concept. I'm gonna be warming it up on my hand, and then applying it with my ring finger instead of my index finger. So right off the bat, when I first tried this, I like how even though it's a stick, it is not drying at all. Cause it's so crucial for me to have something very like drying, especially on my under eye, because I have dry skin. So I just don't want anything dry in there even more. So this is why I didn't get the medium initially. I feel like it looks gray. What do you guys think? I feel like it doesn't cover as much and it just looks gray. But I might have to mix some colors. Yeah, this is a little too light for me. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up, what's the shade? Caramel, which is in the MatchStix Trio of tan, or you can get it by itself. So this one's a little bit more orange. I'm just gonna add a little bit of that in here. So I don't, did I get some in here? Oh god. Yeah, I'm just gonna add a little bit of that in here. Especially in the inner corner where the darkness are. Yes, that looks more like skin-like and I like that. So that is with that. Now the last part of the MatchStix Trio after you highlight or conceal and contour is and it's so confusing because highlighting can mean like highlighting the inner part of your face, or highlighting can mean the streak, or like highlighting with metallics. So I'll just call this area conceal, and then I'll call this contour, and then I'll call this highlight. So with the medium, it comes with the shade for highlight. Look at how beautiful that is. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it onto my cheek. I think I should apply this with my ring finger too. Let's see. It's barely showing though. I want it to show, so let me warm it up a little bit. So it's not as smooth when you're applying it straight to your face, I feel like. I'm literally beating my face with that. But I like this highlight. It's so subtle. And it just blends into your skin. It doesn't even look like I have a layer of highlight there, but you guys can obviously see it in the camera. So same thing on the other side. This one is in the shade Trippin'. Oh my god. My contour is a little rough there. I basically did the highlight, but I want to add the Kilawatt. This one is in the world-renowned Trophy Wife. Look at how beautiful. I don't even want to put a dent on this one. I'm using my finger. I actually did buy the brush, but I find that when I use my finger, it just looks, because this highlighter is just too crazy, but when I use my finger, it looks more seamless. So I'm gonna use my finger and just put it there. Oh my God, it looks like my cheeks are made out of gold, literally. Because I feel like for people who are everyday wearers of highlight, this literally, they don't feel like they could wear it. But applying with finger really makes it more seamless, like it's blended into your skin and you don't see the streak. Because with the brush, it looks a little bit more streaky. I'll show you guys on the other side. Look at that. I don't even know what I'm looking at because I can't see anything, but from the camera, from the little screen, it looks good. So what do you guys think? And from this mirror, it looks good too. Ooh! And then I will show you guys how it looks like with the highlight brush that she has in 120. So how she did it in the video, she basically used the sharp end of this one. This is supposedly a sharp tooth. It's supposed to emulate the sharp tooth to really like hug your cheekbones. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. Okay, I'm just gonna do it really lightly and go around it. Are you like that? Like when I have a new product, I really don't like messing it up. And if somebody messes it up, I take that to heart. You can ask Carol. So I will put it here and let's see how this looks like. Let me see if you guys are in focus before I do this ish. Okay, let's do this in here. I'm gonna show you guys. See how intense it is compared to the other side when I use my finger? That literally looks like I am beaming gold out of my face. Like my skin produce or sweat gold in this area. So I feel like the brush was, it's not gimmicky, but it really kind of almost, you know how brushes is supposed to make people love the product, but for some reason I feel like they, the clients kind of didn't like it with the brush, because this is how it looked like when she had it in the video. She was like, oh, look at that seamless highlight. And I was like, girl. But this is still beautiful to me. I love this. I'm here for this. Like, I like it. Now, would I go to the grocery store with this kind of highlight? Probably not. Maybe I'll go with this one, you know, so it doesn't look like I don't know what I'm doing. But this one, I like it. I will go to work with this one. I like it a lot. Let's actually, I want to extend it up in here. Ooh, yes. See, compared to, this is the one with finger. This is with her brush. Finger and the brush. And I like it. I like both sides. But you get to decide. Now, the last step, onto the last step of the Fenty Face is finishing off with the gloss bomb. I know the third step, which I skip, is blotting, but y'all know I'm dry, so I don't need to be blotting. And the makeup and the stick pretty much sets on its own. So I'm just gonna finish off with the lippy, with the Universal Gloss Bomb, which I've been wearing non-stop actually. I like to wear a lip liner under though, because my lips just have the oddest shape, so I like to put something under. But I was like, shut up. I'm trying to sleep, Mom. I could have used a more nude one, but it's all good. Ah, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This literally brings back so many memories. It smells like this candy that I used to eat called pochi. It's like this strawberry pink candy that is sold in like Filipino stores. It's just like a gummy in here, but it's not sour. It's like really sweet and like strawberry milk cream. Oh, it smells so good. And that is it for the Fenty Face. When I go to work, obviously I like to put on a little bit more. This is more of like what she really had online in her Fenty Beauty page and the steps to her Fenty Beauty, but of course this is not where it ends. I like to throw on lashes, I like to do my whole eyes, but I don't think that was the focus for this launch. For her next launch that's upcoming for the holiday, that one's more eye focus, so that's when you'll probably see a lot more. This one's more for really just like the skin, and oh my god, yes. So tell me which side you guys like, and if you guys have tried any of the Fenty Beauty products, and what are your initial thoughts and right after thoughts, in between thoughts, and 12-hour wear thoughts. Just let me know what you guys really think of this launch. If Rihanna did an amazing job at really researching and catering to all her clients, or yeah, to all people. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye.